Hey, I just want to make this last video tonight. And I couldn't sign off without giving thanks. I want to give thanks to, first and foremost, my God for shedding His blood on Calvary, that I could be saved from a devil's hell, that I could have my name in the Lamb's Book of Life, that I could know that the decision I made has eternal consequences, and that I know that this thing's wrapping up pretty quick, that a lot of us are going to be dying soon, and that I know that this life that I've lived is it's not eternal, it's been temporal, that when it all comes down, I got to understand that what I did on this earth, the few years I lived on it, was a preparation for the rewards in eternity. And I know there's millions of American patriots out there that have been super good people. They've been good to their kids and their family, and but I got to tell you, man, I know you're a man. I know you've been good, but you got to hear my plea tonight. Make sure you know where you're going when you die, okay? Ladies and gentlemen alike, I mean, I want to send a shout out, and I don't know if she's still on the internet or not, but one of the most moving videos I saw lately was last night by cv1122. You know, they had to liquidate their business and all, and she don't know if she'll be on the internet another week or not, and she gave a goodbye video, and you know, God knows I wished I could help them financially. I really do. My heart goes out to them, and just because I tear up don't mean I ain't all man. I tell you, we got to hurt when others hurt. You understand me? You know, we got other patriots out there that are, you know, hurting real bad, and which I'm not sitting on any money neither, but I tell you what keeps me with peace is I trust in God. I don't lean to my own understanding. A lot I don't say I don't lean to it, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes I do things on my own, and you know, like building something or doing something for, you know, my mule and all, and doing this, and I could have, you know, asked God for guidance, and I built this, and I could have built it better if I'd have just sought God on it. And I know y'all think I'm crazy for saying this, but you know, now's the time to seek God for every move you make, every step you take. You know, seek God. I'm not going to say a higher power. I'm not going to say deity like Bill O'Reilly does. He's stupid. He is a stupid individual. You know, I'm not, like I told you, I'm not Democrat nor Republican. I see through the daggum mess. I very seldom watch it. You know, my wife, I turned it on this morning just for a minute to watch the markets while I was looking and investigating this stuff that I brought out on these videos, and my God, my stomach got turned on the lies they were telling, you know? I mean, you know, you mention God in things, you do this, you do that. There's no wonder. I'm not marveled and I'm not amazed that nobody don't want to belong to the church today. Because they see you, you know, you preacher and deacon and your church member, they see you, and yet you're holier than thou. But yet, I got news for you. You don't compare with the apostles. You don't compare with the prophets. You're filthy and wretched. That's what you are. Because, see, you put on the holier than thou cloth, but yet you're filthy during the week, you know. You go to a restaurant, or used to, and you would give $2 tip to a waitress or a waiter. I'm talking to Christians. You non-Christians enjoy this because I'm just laying it on line to them. You know, you're a Christian, you're a preacher, and you give $2. You spend $60 on a meal, and they wait on you hand and foot, and you give them $2. You're pathetic. You're a pathetic, stingy person that should be on their knees. You know, I've been around millionaires, and they've took me out to eat, put me up in highfalutin places, you know, in Atlanta and all, and they've took me to Fago de Chao and these different places, and they get a valet $1.50, $2 to park his car and bring it back. I don't understand it, y'all. The person that's working the valet parking don't make nothing to start with. The waitress don't make nothing, okay? But for years and years and years, the prosperity was put out there, and the big wheels, they would give them, here, slave, take this $2. You know, and, you know, or the preacher would give, here, slave, take this $2. They don't say it out loud, but that's what they mean. Hey, that's enough. We eat this big old meal, but they don't deserve to ever make enough money to get them a meal. Pathetic. Pathetic, pathetic. I can't stand being around them. You know? It's pathetic. To all the waitresses, to all the minimum wage people that work their jobs, to all those that had the job and got laid off, know this. God placed something in you when you come out of your mama's womb, which is life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and the will to survive. I understand that the American society is made up. This generation is, if you ain't got a bunch of materialistic things, you don't have the best vehicle, the best house, that you're nothing, you're non-survivor. Well, I got news for you. As long as you got breath in your body and you got help to move around, you can survive. You may have to adapt and overcome to situations, but you can survive. You may have to cut off some friends that you thought were your friends that were sponges and only leached off of you. And I'm telling you tonight, you may be a mother that's got a daughter, and she's leeching off of you. And she's got a husband, and they've lived the life of the Joneses. But they've sponged off of you every day of their life. They got houses and pools and drive the nice vehicles, and you've made $200 and $300 a week, but you've survived, mama or daddy. But they live the big lifestyle, and they look like they've got it all, but they don't have nothing if it weren't for you, mama. If it weren't for you, daddy. I've come out to tell you something tonight. The best thing you can do is cut it off. Cut the funding off to them. You've got to survive. That child's grown. That child wants to live the life of luxury. Let that child find a way to live it without you, mom and daddy. Let that grown child that thinks he's all this or thinks she's all this and ain't that, let them figure out what life's about. Because that mama or daddy that's supporting that 25 to 35-year-old person that went through the hard times earlier, you know what it is. Let them find out what it is. That may be the only chance they got to truly come to God. They've been through this time, been through that time. You've bailed them out. Don't bail them out this time. Let them get all the way down to the bottom. Because once they get to the bottom, they ain't but one way, and that's up. Do you understand me? I'm not giving you some kind of off-the-wall, bouncing off-the-wall advice. I'm giving you truth. Thank God that I got to the valley. Because I'm going to tell you something. Sliding down into the valley is exciting for a minute, but when you hit bottom, there's nothing there. But if you allow them, American people, mother and father, to climb back up that mountain, even in these diverse and tough times, they will have meaning and they will have success. And even if they have success and it's a chicken they kill and they have to fry it and cook it and eat it, they will feel a sense of responsibility and accomplishment. And it may not be putting money in their bank account. It may be just the food that they got to survive, brother. But it'll mean a big difference. I'll be back in a minute. I'm not through. God bless you.